Hey everybody, Rorree here. Welcome to my channel, Totally Rorree International. So we are continuing with the four agreements. So I found this deck of 48 cards. So we're doing some, I'm just kind of going through each card and giving my little 2 cents as we go through the cards. And the goal is to make sure that we're doing everything that we can for ourselves to raise our vibrations, raise our frequencies, and things of that nature. This is a powerful time that we're growing through and going through on this planet. And it's important to keep your frequency high. There are going to be lots of things going on. There's some ascension going on. And, if you're vibrating very low all the time, then you may not get to participate in the ascension, in the great things that are coming. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But the Four Agreements, it's a book. I definitely encourage you, if you have not read the book, to go ahead and read the book, The Four Agreements. But these are the little, I wouldn't say they're affirmation cards or oracle cards, but they're kind of like cards that just point out parts of each agreement that can assist you in your lives. Okay, so here you go. That I got these on Amazon. So alrighty. And in the last one, I said I would share what this Ankh is all about. So let's see, what is this stone called? This is called Auralite 23. And when I was at the Juneteenth Juneteenth event and I saw this on the table, it just kind of called to me. I thought it was some form of amethyst, but it's not. But it is purplish in color. I'm just kind of showing you the colors up close and personal. It's wrapped in copper, which is very powerful. It could be worn on my arm, like let's say I'm doing some work and I just kind of want to scan the body or whatever. I love this. Oh my stars. So this is called Auralite 23, Auralite 23. And if you're interested in any of the Ankhs, like I have this one on, this is Euphoralite. Okay, this one is beautiful. I love this one. I've been wearing this one today. But this one I bought to use in my practice, to use when I'm doing the healing work on others and on myself. And I used it this morning when I did a particular meditation on myself. But I wanted to tell you, okay, so when I was at the stand, you can find the Total You or Prosperous Network on Instagram. And I have never seen such beautiful pieces. I mean, his stuff is just amazing. So while I was there this past weekend, I held it and I just wanted to see what I would feel, because I usually connect with natural stones and I can like feel, I hear and everything. And I'm going to read to you what the metaphysical properties of Auralite 23 are, and then I'm going to tell you what happened to me as I was holding it for a few minutes. All right, so Auralite 23, the physical properties. This stone helps to relax the body and can be beneficial in the removal of tension, headaches, eye strain, muscle discomfort, and muscle spasms. It also can be helpful to vascular health, bringing, I can't even see, I don't have my glasses on, bringing an improved function and healing. All right. So I didn't know why this was calling to me, but after I read it, I said, wow, I could use this in my practice, because who doesn't have some tension in their bodies or need to relieve something? And then, cardiovascular issues or vascular issues. I mean, golly, so much is happening. So many people have vascular issues, and even with one of the side effects of the Kukarachi shot, one of the side effects is cardiovascular issues. Like I have one client that has been having nonstop cardiovascular issues since she got the 2 shots, and even her heart stopped a couple, like last week, you know what I mean? So, and thank God she had just gotten a defibrillator or something. So it jump started her, but I know that's all off topic. But, you know, I could definitely be using this in my practice, right? Because, you know, to help people to have a well body. So I'm standing there and I'm holding it and just kind of seeing how I feel with this Ankh here, right? So I'm holding it. And then all of a sudden, I start feeling in my crown, I start feeling like it felt like a little tension, but it was like, it felt like an opening. And then I felt it all in here. And I just stood there like, okay, what is this? Like, what am I feeling? What is going on here? Right. And so I'm like feeling it. And it felt like it was making me aware of where tension was. And it was also releasing and opening. And it just felt like I knew it was working on me. I did know that, right? And then I felt tension in my neck. Now, I always tell people that feelings buried alive never die. And if you don't take care of the emotions and the feelings, then they will turn into something else inside of your body. And we all hold stress and tension, especially up in here. You get stressed out, you hold it in here. Well, I haven't been feeling stressed. Okay. I have been feeling super fantastic. So I'm just like, what is all of this that I'm feeling? Right. I'm like, what's going on here? So I felt the crown. I just felt it open. It felt like tension up in here. And then I felt pain here and tension here. And I had my purse on. I don't have that purse down here with me, but it's a purse. It's a Gucci bag and it has this big, it's like a vintage one. It's older. It's one of my older pieces, but it has a big G on it and it's heavy. Like when you get these designer bags, those jokers are heavy with nothing in them. Okay. And it's a little bag, but I had it on my shoulder and then I felt like the tension, and it felt like the tension was radiating from my shoulder. And so I was hearing that my body doesn't like that bag. That's what I heard. My body doesn't like the bag. So I was like, okay. So I took it off my shoulder, and then the tension started to dissipate. And then I held the bag in this hand. I just wanted to see what was going on. So I like took the wand and I put it over here, held the bag right here. And I'm like, I'm just trying to pay attention to my body talking to me because that's what it was doing. It was telling me, we don't like them heavy bags on your shoulder. Yeah, I know you think it's cute, but I don't like it. The body didn't like the bag. So I said, okay. And I used to, and I have two of them. Okay. So I have like a Louis Vuitton, the signature Louis Vuitton backpacks, and they're my favorite. Okay. And so I had one forever. I had one that I actually used to use as a diaper bag. And my daughter is now 14. So that's how old that joker is. Okay. And so I used it as a diaper bag. And then I liked it because it had a wide strap and it kept the weight level and it was on my back. And I wasn't getting, I knew that bags on your shoulders are really not healthy for the body. Oftentimes you'll see women and they look like this because of the like overwork that they're doing to these muscles up in here, to the body, to hold those heavy bags, right? So I started wearing a backpack and I wore it all the time. That was my piece. That was my go-to bag. And then one day the freaking thing, like the strap broke or something like that. Okay. So then I went and got another one. Instead of getting it repaired. I think I did get it repaired and then it broke again. But I didn't take it to Louis Vuitton to get it repaired because they were going to have to send it away and all that. I took it to like a repair person or whatever, and they didn't do a good job. And so then I got another one and that one did the same thing. And I was like, now see. So now I have two broken Louis backpacks. And I have not sent either one of them away. And I have not bought another one. But while I was standing there, that's what I heard. We like that better. We like the backpack better. And I was like, okay, I am hearing all this information going on with the tension. And then the tension started to dissipate as I was holding the bag here. Okay. And I'm feeling it all dissipate. And it was just such an amazing experience. And I know a lot of people, because you may not be in tune with your body, you might not notice all of that I noticed. Okay. But I'm an empath and I'm very in tune with my body because I have practiced healing work since 2000. That's when I learned how to heal myself. Okay. So I've been doing this for a long time. So I'm very aware of what's going on in my body. I remember I used to go, and I'm talking so long, so we probably gonna do this card in the next way. But anyway, so I remember I used to go to the chiropractor 3 times a week for network chiropractic care. So it wasn't the regular crack your spine chiropractor. I went to a network chiropractor or a flowtrition chiropractor. So I started out with network chiropractic care. That was founded by Donald Epstein. And then I started, like many years later, I started going to a flowtrition practitioner that did something similar. And then I learned flowtrition work as well. Um, but I would go 3 times a week. And initially, when I was told by the chiropractor, oh, well, you should come 3 times a week, I was like, 3 times a week, girl, I ain't got time for that. I was going 3 times a week for years, even when I did not have to, because of what it did in my body. But I remember the first time I was on her table, on the chiropractic table, and I was laying down, and you lay down head first. So I'm lying down, and then like I'm just breathing. So I'm focusing on my breath while I'm on the table. And she's doing light touches on my spine because that's how the practice is. And all of a sudden I'm hearing, like, up and down my spine, I'm hearing pop, 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 going up and down my spine. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, I could feel it. I was like, is my spine popping? Like, okay, I guess that's what's supposed to happen. I don't know. And so after it was all over, the session was over, I asked her name's Dina, she's in Sacramento, and she's the bomb. Okay, so if any of y'all need a chiropractor, Dina Keon in Sacramento, California is the bomb diggity. Okay, so anyway, so I was like, so Dina, I was feeling like this popping, like every time I breathe, I was like feeling this popping, going pop, 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 pop. Like it was like my spine was popping. I was like, was that supposed to be happening? And she was like looking at me like, did you really feel that? And I was like, yeah, like it was going up and down, like pop, 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 pop. And she was like, oh my gosh. So what was happening was my body, through the breath, my body, and with her touches, my vertebrae were popping back into alignment. So it was like my body was in training itself, and it was going like the vertebrae, like when you're having a backache or whatever, a pain in your back or whatever, usually it's because like a muscle may be pulling one of the vertebrae one way or the other, and it's out of place. So then you're going to have a pain, so it may be pulling on this side, then you have the pain on this side, because that's just kind of how it works. So she was like floored that I could feel that. So I say all that to say, I might not be the norm when it comes to feeling what's going on in your body, because I'm highly aware I'm very attuned to my body. All right. And that was on my first visit. So, but even if you're not aware, it is still happening, it is still working on healing. Stones are so powerful. This stone from the earth, Auralite 20, what is it, 23? Auralite 23. this was, I didn't even hold it for a good 5 minutes, you know, and I immediately start feeling stuff. So I'm gonna tell you, if you hold these, if you wear these, if you put them in a little satchel, I don't have any down here, like a smaller, like maybe a mesh, this is a big satchel because this is like from my cards, but you can get like a little mesh satchel or what have you. They have little teeny ones. I have some tiny ones, but they're upstairs. But anyway, you can put a few natural stones in it that resonate with you, or you can wear them. I showed you in the last series a number of them that are wrapped, and just a little stone, maybe wrapped, and you can wear it. You can hold it. When you meditate, you can hold them. You know, I'll hold a piece when I'm meditating, and I have a few wands now, a few ankhs now. But I'm telling you, these stones work. Like I keep this serpentine, I keep this right here in front of me as I'm doing my meditation. I have a serpentine egg back here while I'm doing my work, while I'm sitting here, while I meditate. I sometimes meditate and stuff right here, do healing work on myself, do healing work on others in sessions right here. And I'm telling you, the energy from these stones really heal. So when you read and you see what properties they have, really, really pay attention to that, you know? So this stone was working on me while I was just standing there for a few minutes holding it. And I know some people think the stones are pretty and they think it's a fad or whatever, but definitely invest in some stones for yourselves. You know, if you want to raise your vibration or what have you, get some. See what calls you, and then, you know, then look it up. Figure out what is it, and then you might know why this stone resonates with you, why you might need it. And I'm telling you, if a stone resonates with you, get it, because it's calling you for a reason. Like the stones like call you, like they speak to you. I'm not kidding, they do. And then look them up and do with it what you like. Like here on my desk, I think this was a piece of tourmaline. I think that's what it is. Like I get the stones, they call me, and then I just keep them nearby. So you guys, I hope you got something great out of that. Again, if you want the ankhs, you know, look up ankhs, look them up. I'm gonna do a piece on ankhs so you can see what they are all about, what they do for you. Okay, so this is another thing. When I was doing the work this morning, I could feel like I had this little thing right here, this little speaker thing. I had this like sitting nearby, and it was playing music or something while I was doing my meditation and healing on myself. And I was holding this while I was doing the work, and I was just holding this, right? And I started feeling in my leg, I started feeling like the vibration from the speaker. Like I was feeling like the frequency coming from the speaker or something, but I wasn't touching anything that the speaker was touching. The speaker wasn't touching, you know, I wasn't touching anything. I was just in my chair. It wasn't touching. I was like, wow, like I feel like I'm really picking up the vibration from that, you know. So I'm just telling you, I feel like the stones can really help. If you're looking for a tool to help raise your frequency, raise your vibration, raise your awareness. If you're looking, like I coach people who want to tap into their intuitive abilities or enhance their intuitive abilities or hone them, figure out how to use them. You know, oftentimes people say, oh, you're an empath. Well, what do you do with that? You know what I mean? Like, what are you supposed to do with that? How do you work with that? How do you protect yourself? How do you release other people's stuff? Like, what do you do with all of that? Like, okay, so what that you're an empath? What does that mean? How does that show up? And how do you become empathic on purpose instead of by accident or being a victim as an empath? Because, you know, you could become that. So anyway, so you guys, I definitely recommend getting some stones as a tool, you know, and and learn about the stones, learn about ankhs, learn about pyramids. And I hope you enjoy that. That my little 2 cents and my experiences with my little ankh today and this past weekend, Juneteenth weekend. All right, y'all. I will see you in the next one. Ashe.